He gives hope to the hopeless and is abode of all the wealth. Nanak says, all creatures contemplate the Lord, the treasure of the merits, of whom all beg the boons. By His grace, the tortuous places become comfortable, and great miseries turn into joy. By His grace, the evil words that creates differences and doubts are obliterated, and the reprobates and backbiters become good people. In woe and weal, even one becomes of poised mind, and shorn of fear, one becomes fear-free. The awful forest living is rendered a populated big city. Such are the characteristics of righteousness life, which is obtained through the Lord's grace. Nanak says, by uttering the Lord's name in company of the holy, the shelter of the feet of the gracious Lord Master is obtained. O worldly love, thou art the invincible hero of the battlefield. Thou completely crushest even the very powerful ones. Thou fascinated even the heavenly heralds, celestial musician, gods, mortals, beasts, and birds. Nanak says, he has sought the shelter of the world Lord and makes obeisance unto his Creator Lord. O lust, thou landest the mortal in hell and makest him wander in many species. Thou stealest the heart, pervadest the three worlds, and destroyest meditation, penance, and virtue. However, thou givest but little pleasure, makest the mortal poor and unsteady, and art pervasive in high and low. Nanak says, in holy company, seeking the shelter of the all-pervading God, fear is dispelled. O wrath, thou art root of strife, compassion never arises in thee. The sinful mortals thou takest in thy power, and they dance like monkeys. In thy association the man is debased, and death's courier chastises him with various punishments. O my merciful Master, the destroyer of sorrow, of meek, Nanak says, protect all the beings from wrath. O avarice, thou hast clung even to the great, and by thine waves playest many pranks. Through thee the beings run about in many directions and greatly wobble in multiple manners. Thou hast respect neither for thy friend nor guru, nor relation, nor mother, nor father. Thou makest man do what he should not do. Thou makest man eat what he should not eat, and thou makest man build what he should not build. Such is thy reputation. Nanak prays, O Lord God, I have sought thy shelter, save me, save me. O ego, the essence of sins, thou art the root of birth and death. Thou abandonest friends, boldest fast to enemies, and spreadest many illusions. Through thee the mortal grows weary of coming and going, and undergo much suffering and pleasure. Through thee one wanders in the terrible wilderness of doubt and contracts supremely troublesome and incurable maladies. Nanak says, the only physician is the Supreme Lord, the great God. Meditate on the Lord God's name. Thou, Lord of our life, Master of the universe, Treasure of grace, and the Guru of the world, the destroyer of the world's maladies and embodiment of compassion, rid me of all my sufferings. O merciful, capable of affording shelter, and Lord of the humble, have pity on me. Nanak says, in times of good health or ill health, continue contemplating God, the Lord of the wealth, with a string around his body. By seeking shelter with the Lord's lotus feet, I utter his praises. Nanak says, in the company of the holy, I have crossed the great, terrible, and arduous world ocean. The Supreme Lord has protected my head and forehead. The Transcendent Lord has protected my hands and limbs. The Lord Master has saved myself, and the Lord of the world has saved my wealth and feet. The compassionate Guru has protected my everything and has destroyed my fear and suffering. Nanak has entered the sanctuary of imperishable Lord, who is the lover of his devotees and master of the masterless. The power with which God has supported the sky and locked fire in the wood, the power with which he has supported the moon, the sun, and the stars, and has infused light and breath in the body, the power with which he has cherished the child in the mother's womb and has not allowed it to be destroyed by the belly's diseases, with the same power the Lord has restrained his oceans and does not permit the water waves to destroy the land. The Lord of the world is supremely beautiful. His meditation is the life of all. Nanak says in the Holy Company, walking on the pure path of the Lord's meditation, he is found. The mosquitoes pierce through a stone, ants cross mire, the cripples traverse the ocean, and blind ones see even in darkness by meditating on the Master of the universe in the company of the holy. Nanak has thus sought the shelter of the God, the Lord Master. As is a Brahman without a paste mark, as is a king without command, as is the warrior without weapons, so is the devotee, Nanak says, without the Lord's meditation. The Lord neither holds in hand the conch, nor disc or mace, nor is he of sable color. Wondrous is his form, and he is unborn. The Vedas describe him as illimitable and infinite. The Most High, great and limitless, is Lord. He abides in the heart of the holy. Nanak says, only the very fortunate realize him. Man abides in the wilderness world. His relations are like dogs, jackals, and asses. In this hard place of mind also live the five great unconquerable thieves, and man is inebriated with the wine of the world love. Man wanders in the worldly attachment, love, fear, and doubt, and is caught in the sharp and strong noose of ego.